Notion is a great tool and I use it every single day. But for many people, Notion might be a bit complicated, especially with all these functions and options. And in this video, I would like to help you to simplify your digital life with a simple whiteboard app. In my case, I use milanote, where I'm a huge fan besides of Notion, and also is my daily driver, Notion and milanote. But it also costs $10 per month, which I feel for my case completely valuable because its simplicity and folder structure, which is in my case unique. But for this example, which I'm going to show you in this video, you can use any other whiteboard app. For example, Figma, which is free. And it's also a pretty good tool, which I also used before for a while, but then I switched to milanote and I said, hey, $10 is totally fine for what I'm getting for it. So how do we actually organize our digital life? Which I had huge problems because in the past, I was not organized. I mean, I was organized in terms of spaces and everything because I have seen it every single day. But like my computer was an entire mess and everything was like kind of lying around. And also the thing is, if your computer is kind of like messy, your brain is also messy. Same with your room. If your room is messy, somehow, in my opinion, your brain is also a bit messy, which I had huge problems in the past. Not with cleaning my room and keeping it tidy, with organizing and storing actually ideas and systems and my digital notes, whatever it is. It helps you in terms of studying, it helps you in terms of work, it helps you in terms of life. It can also help you in relationships. It can help you in every situation in your life. And if you once understand how it works, life becomes easier and more organized and structured, especially in terms of work and efficiency and productivity. So getting into it, and this system right here in my whiteboard app milanote, which I use every single day, and Notion is in my case a bit too complicated for many people in the beginning. So for example, if we have Notion here, I'm going to show you for a really quick moment how my Notion looks like. That is my Notion. That is everything I have, what I'm doing, which videos I'm producing, my ticker, what I need to do every single day, which videos I need to record, and the best performing videos, and that's how I'm doing it in Notion. Yeah, never mind. And milanote is seriously way simpler. And there's also the thing how we should start with it, because Notion for many people is a bit too complicated, even if it's free. And with milanote, it is more simple, and sometimes things which are simpler are sometimes better, especially in the beginning. And that is why I'm using milanote. And starting off first, we have, for example, an entire way possible, means I'm just changing my coffee and my tea. We have the entire thing here, which is a project, a para method based on Tiago Forte. Para is project, areas, resources, and archive right here. And it is his method. I just put it a bit more into my perspective and how it works a bit better for my ADHD way of note-taking and digital organization. And what is also really important is an inbox. So we're starting off with an inbox because it is so important in stressful situations, in fast-paced life, what we currently have. If you're in the gym, if you're somewhere, you're walking, and you have an idea, you need to store the idea. And what we most have an issue is where do I put it in an inbox that I find it later on? Because my biggest pain was like, I have Apple Notes and there's like, I don't know, 300 pages of stuff I was collecting, but I never used it ever again. It's similar a bit with photos, which I actually do look at my photos, but a lot of people probably just take a photo, or most people, and then we never look at them again. And that is the same with the inbox. You put something in your inbox because you don't have an inbox in the beginning, and then you will never see them again. It's like, and so the most important thing is in the beginning, we need one specific inbox, not two, not three, one inbox. Okay, this one is based one inbox, but in two different cases, which is super simple, and I will come up in that one moment. So the most important thing is when we have an Xbox. When we have an inbox, we store ideas from phone or computer and organize it later on. That is really important because when we're in a stressful situation, when we're in a gym, we are not mentally in that position that we have enough time to store it. So we just put it somewhere in the inbox, and once or twice a week or whenever you are free, you organize it and structure it, because you know, okay, do I need it for a project which have a goal, have an end in mind, and it always have an end in mind. Means this could be 3 months, could be 9 months, it could be even 2 years, but it have an end in mind. Then we also have areas which, or I organize it into area, which is something I always need to look at again. So it's a role or responsibility, ongoing maintenance, so it's never completed. And that's something, for example, my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is never completed. It is an infinite game. Then we also have resources, might be screenshots, might be ideas, might be future purchases, future importance, learning things, books, food recipes. When you're getting into learning, for example, here I have something for life, for books, for content, for business, for mind, and for imitation from other content creators, for example. And then we have an archive, and any topic of ongoing interest, whatever interests you. I mostly, for example, when I read something on my iPad, on a book, and then I use it in my second brain, I always store it in resources, in books specifically. First of all on the Apple Notes, and then later on when the book is finished, I put it later with ChatGPT together and myself, put it into milanote or into Notion, but Notion would be destroying this video's simplicity. And then we have archives, which are inactive items. So everything what we currently don't need, we store there. So because out of sight, out of mind. But the problem is with out of sight, out of mind, we also get into other issues. So for example, if we want to do it in the near future, let's say in a month, and we store it in archives, somehow is exactly how Apple Notes is going. Later on, you end up with 300 notes and you never watch them again. So what I did, and it kind of improved from my own perspective, the Para method, is I created project areas and resource specific archives, which I are looking a bit more, because they just have 6 boards, 2 boards, and 5, and archives have 16 boards, which is way more. And sometimes seriously, I just delete stuff. But sometimes we need stuff in the future again. So everything what you see here in project areas and resource is used once a week minimum, and that is really important. And when we want, for example, to organize it somewhere, and we are, as I explained in this inbox situation, we are somewhere and we want to store it, we need one specific location. And from there on, later on, we store it into project areas, resources, and if you don't need it, into archives. And I use the system for over a year now, and it works perfectly great. And I always optimize it for further individual needs. And the inbox is pretty simple. We have an iPad, for example, and we are around. I'm not on my desk, for example. I have my iPad with me or my phone. Let's say this is my phone. And I have an idea, and I write this idea down. Pretty simple, right? But then the thing is, okay, we need to write it down so we can organize it later. So I called it the inbox zero, similar to people talking about email inbox zero. Because if you have too much stuff, you're getting overwhelmed. Our brains are not made for all of this dopamine high activity stuff, which some people understand earlier or later on in life, hopefully. And sometimes a slower life is a better life. Sometimes it depends. And for example, we store it in inbox, and milanote is perfect for that. It has 2 inboxes in some ways. One, which is over the phone. So when we have something which I write down in a week on my iPad, on my phone, it gets stored here. And the thing is, I need to once a week store it somewhere. So for example, there's ideas from a book, and I need to store it. It is something I need for content for this week. Then I can store it into my 12-week strategy, because I need this content probably for this week's video, or somewhere else. And then at the end of this week, I always try to keep this completely empty and put it everywhere where it makes sense. So this one tries to be as little as possible. Maybe there's like 1 or 10 ideas up to, but if we have a specific amount of ideas, it gets full. So it try to be always empty it once a week, not empty it, but like organize it once a week. And mostly when I'm starting in a day and I was like, oh, there was the notes I was taking yesterday. Oh, I just organize it quickly in the morning, because I know, okay, that is probably an area which is a never ended completing task. It is a project, is have an end goal and I need it for this video, or it's like a learning inspiration which I need for future purchases. Okay, I put it into resources. And another really interesting thing here as well is, for example, when we are watching a YouTube video and we say like, hey, it is a great, interesting video and I want to create content about it, or it is the music, it's a song, or it is a food recipe and we want to save a recipe. Let's say we are getting protein pancakes, pretty simple, one of my favorite dishes or food, whatever. Yeah, we're getting all the stuff. And then we are looking, for example, we click on this one video, which I saved here, or let's take Philo, because he's also German. I have an English channel. Then I have this milanote extension, and then this one I can save this to home. I can also store it immediately, but I find it simpler to save it first on the home, then get back into milanote, and then this video is into our unsorted section. And this unsorted section is always here like videos which I kind of want to watch in the future, or is pretty important for future videos, topics. And then I need to organize it. And oh yeah, well, look what I have in my resources. I have food recipes. Perfect. So I put it into food recipes and it's stored here. We can also organize this folder further, but seriously, funny video, pretty interesting video if you want to watch it. So I have all the stuff here, and then I can just quickly be somewhere and just like, oh, I need a food recipe, and just look in here as protein pancakes, whatever. We can also make this even more into specific folders. Currently I'm fine with it because it's not too much and I don't get overwhelmed. Probably if it's getting more, I organize it into sweets, salty, and whatever foods, or breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, that's pretty simple from the computer. So either we have it on the computer, on Google Chrome, it could be also a website, and we can store it together. And what I also sometimes like is, okay, we have a specific topic. Let's see, if not a food recipe, or maybe let's take a food recipe. And then we're like, hey, we want to connect these two because we can combine these two recipes. We can make a connection, we can color it also. We can color it with yellow, make it a bit thicker, and then make it, for example, yellow. And it's like, okay, these two recipes we can combine together. And then it makes everything simpler, because the better a video, the better a thing is visually, the easier we can remember it. Yeah, so that's how I'm having this inbox into Zero. Well, and we can actually use this system for literally everything. So for example, on my Windows computer, or on my iCloud, which I would like to go down, but on this computer it is not that structured. But yeah, let's get into this, because download, for example, always keeps empty, but I don't use the computer this much. So we are having this shared Win and Mac folder. So that's my entire digital iCloud folder, right? Give me a second. So we have the shared Win and Mac folder, and I also probably need to organize that. So everything what is here, it is not organized for this week. I mainly use it on my computer back there. But yeah, this is, for example, interconnected with all my devices: iPad, MacBook, iMac, Windows computer, and iPhone. So I can organize it and have project areas, resources, and archives. Then we can get into projects, and then we have the project which I'm currently doing, the short weeks, POV iPhone, photo inbox, numbers, 90 days to 5Ks. All of that is here, and then also screen recordings, and I can just quickly access it here. Then we have areas, which is, for example, documents, iPhone folder in general about iPhone related things, mostly photos, photo content in general, ready to publish content, which is always there. I always need to publish any type of content, video content, music downloads, for example, if I need for YouTube video editing, and all the stuff. You can, seriously, this system with milanote, you can use it for everything, and it is so simple when we are using milanote and a whiteboard app where we have specific folders. I don't want to put this video in full length, but yeah, I hope this video gives you a short explanation, a simple video, how to organize it in a really simple way. And maybe when you understand the system after a while and implement it long enough, you can create something like Notion, like I was doing here, or we can also get in depth in my community about it. So if you're interested to learn more about productivity, I have a completely free community where I'm talking, and have also weekly calls in it, which is just starting right now. And yeah, that is, for example, simplify your digital life. Here's the video which I'm currently recording. the need to edit it and whatsoever. Yeah, that's my 90-day challenge. And yeah, if you're interested to really get an in-depth feeling of that stuff, feel free to join my Discord community challenge or the 90-day challenge if you also want to make 5,000 subscribers and euros or dollars in 12 weeks or 90 days with the strategy I'm currently doing. Yeah, links are down below, and I hope you liked this video. And if there's something unclear, you didn't understand, please leave a comment down below, because I would like to make the videos better. And it's not really important for myself to understand, because in this case I understood it. It is important that you understand it. And if I can improve myself of explanation and making it better for you, I would be super happy. I got one comment last time that I was doing my Forget Notion video on my iPad because I was always looking down and taking notes, and he said it was a bit more difficult to focus on my talking because I was so often looking down on my iPad. So this time I was putting it on my computer and explaining it right there. So that's the thing. So either leave a like, and if you didn't like this video, please comment it and tell me what I can do better, because a dislike doesn't really help me. It just helps me that, okay, the video maybe was good, but I don't know what to do better for another video. So if you comment something down below, I know for next time, hey, this is the thing I need to improve to make my videos better. So yeah, and I want to improve. I'm not a big YouTuber yet, and I don't really have a huge following, but I would like to improve. So please leave your feedback down in the comments, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.